Hi, Julia. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing well, thank you.
Good, good. Hey, everybody. I wanted to introduce you to Julia. Julia is in Singapore. She's a chiropractor in Singapore. And she has a little bit of a story to tell as well how COVID-19 changed her path in where she thought she was going. And of course, as everybody knows, it sort of changed everybody's path unexpectedly. So tell us a little bit about Julia. Where are you and what happened to you?
I'm in Singapore right now, like you said already. I've been working here since almost 2 years now in this clinic where I've really enjoyed my time and I really enjoyed the experience. But it was time for me anyway to shift and to take some personal time and space to, calm down and take some time off. So I was originally planning to, when my contract finishes in July, that I will go on a travel. However, now that has been anticipated, and now I'm already in the situation that I can't go to work anymore, and my contract basically already finished now, so I won't go back to work, and I'm kind of stuck here.
So you lost your job and you're stuck.
Yeah, in a sense, I lost the job, but in the end, it was planned already
Yeah.
previously,
Yeah.
so it wasn't completely out of the blue, and I
No.
was, it was what I was gonna do anyway. It's just a little bit earlier than I thought. Yeah.
Yeah. And so what can you do now? I mean, of course, you've been in lockdown for about 4 weeks now in Singapore.
Yeah, exactly. So it has been 4 weeks that we are off, and it's now extended another month. So until June, it's for sure that we're not going to go back to work.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, I'm at the moment. Is the question what I'm doing right now, or what I'm? Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's the
So
thing. I mean, you're in lockdown, and then
yeah.
now your travel plans, well, maybe
Mhm.
they can't happen until August, September, maybe, who knows,
Exactly.
So
Yeah,
what
like
do you do in
everyone
the
in the
meantime?
like everyone in the world, nobody knows what's going to happen, right? So I
Mhm.
can't plan anything right now. The only thing I know is that my visa runs out here rather soon, so like or not soon, it's end of June, but until then I kind of have to have a plan of what I want to do. I was really optimistic in the sense of hoping that the borders to Indonesia, Malaysia will open up sometime in the next few months or so until end of June. Now I'm starting to doubt it a little bit and think that it might not be very realistic that this is going to happen. So
Yeah.
my idea originally was to maybe wait until that point and then go on a small trip around Southeast Asia and just see what's possible at that given time.
Mm-hmm.
But now I'm thinking maybe it's more realistic to actually take a flight back to Germany, since I'm originally from Germany. So my
Yeah.
only option to actually get out of Singapore is to fly to Germany and do a quarantine there for 2 weeks. I think, just like Teresa said as well,
Mm-hmm.
to be stuck somewhere or at home. I don't know where they would put me, and then just be there until any point when I know more what I could potentially do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking, because my original plan was to travel, to maybe just shift the travels to Europe and see what's possible there. Maybe buy myself a van and travel around Europe. I don't
Yeah.
have a clue yet. I was, since I was planning on that break and then find a job afterwards, I'm kind of thinking maybe I just do that break here now and then travel a little bit in Europe and then find a job there also. Yeah.
Yeah.
So nothing
So
is planned.
no, 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 no. And even more so now.
Mm-hmm.
So tell us, Julia, like you've been in Singapore for 2 years. What's life like in Singapore? What's it like as a chiropractor in Singapore?
Yeah. So generally, it's a great city to live in. I can really recommend visiting at least because it's the super metropolitan feel to it. Obviously, it's a big city and a big state. It's an island, in fact, and it's super green. It's lots of areas where you can explore a lot, and this multicultural vibe that you have all sorts of different nationalities. You have Indians, you have Malay people, you have Chinese, you have all the expats. So it's super, just a really good vibe here. All the different foods that you get, all the different, you have mosques, you have churches, you have temples, you have everything. It's just great. And so I love that aspect of the city. And obviously it's tropical climate, so it's really nice, to be
Warm
always in
all
the
the
warmth
time.
and never really freeze. And I really enjoy that part as well.
And are your clients multicultural as well, or do you normally just see expat community people, or what
Um,
are your clients like?
yeah. In our practice, we are pediatric and prenatal based practice, and we see, interestingly, lots of Malay patients. I think that has kind of started through a community that started coming in when the clinic was opened in the first place, and then it kind of developed from there. And yeah, we got all sorts. So actually every nationality, but we are more big on the Malay community side. Yeah.
Wow, that's interesting. And of course, there's always this rumor that in Singapore it's like a gold mine for chiropractors. Is that right?
It depends a little bit what you do, what your goal is, where you work, what you want to do. So there are those big companies in Singapore where you can definitely, those chains where you definitely, when you work a lot, when you basically, I don't judge it, but maybe sell your soul a little bit to just, do the work, see thousands of patients, then maybe you can, that's a true rumor, and I would agree with that. However, if you just want to work for a smaller clinic or, make a good learning experience, then I wouldn't say that's necessary. It's a really great lifestyle here. You earn, you earn well, but also life is very expensive here. So it's kind of, I always compare Singapore a little bit to the Switzerland of Asia, because it's very expensive to live here. And you earn a good amount of money. So it's kind of balancing itself out.
Right. Okay. And how is it easy for a chiropractor to come and work there? Like, how did you find the job? How did you get your visa? Was that an easy step for you?
Yeah. So the way that I found the job was when I was in Italy. After I graduated in 2017, I went to Italy for a little while, and then I looked online for what I could do outside, because I was looking for more inspiration, basically. And I found this job offer online on a page that's called Planet C1, I believe. Just randomly looked around, and I just contacted this lady, and she replied straight away, and we got in touch. And then I came here about, I think, 2-3 weeks later to have a look at the city and to find out, what it's like to live here and what it would potentially be like to work there. And I loved it all. So I loved the clinic, the place, the vibes, the people. I loved the city. It was actually, really attracted me from the first moment. And then the whole process started that we applied for the visa and all of that. And you were asking how easy that is. So I think it's changing quite a lot over the last few years. It used to be quite easy when I applied 2 years ago, or it goes through your boss, basically. What happened then was that my visa or the application got declined or refused quite a lot of times, but they wouldn't tell us why. So they wouldn't say what was needed that I could actually get the visa. And in the end, it was a registration with a chiropractic body in the world, right? So for me, it was actually that I needed to be a member or registered with the GCC in England. So I did that. Long story as well. We did that from Indonesia, because we basically came here in May and were supposed to start working, but then the visa hasn't come through. And so what happened is that we ended up traveling in Indonesia for a month to just kind of spend the time and wait for this to happen. And in that time, we found out that I needed to be a member of the GCC to be able to work here. So we applied through various contacts, because of, you need all these documents to be part of the GCC and send it there.
Well, yeah.
So it was quite a tricky process, but I think we just kept our positive mindset that it will work out somehow, and that really proved itself well. And in the end, we traveled a month in Indonesia, and on the 30th day, when the visa in Indonesia ran out, the news came through that the visa here in Singapore was approved. So
we came here. See, like, this is the thing. Sometimes the change of your plans is not necessarily a bad thing. No,
exactly. I completely agree.
To wait and see how it all turns out. But look,
exactly.
Okay. And then, so that's it. You don't know what you're going to do. You don't know where you're going to go. You don't know how it's going to happen. But I suppose it seems like you seem happy about it, though. You feel okay within yourself.
Yeah, to be honest, I'm quite positive about it. And like you said already, every bad or critical situation can bring positive effects with it, right? And I see it as a whole experience and, time to focus on the important things. And right now, there's been also some personal circumstances why I'm, really needing to focus on my own well-being, basically. And right now is the time, and I'm doing that, being really consistent with yoga, with meditation, with going out in nature, doing bike trips around the city, working on myself to, be able to adapt to the situation. And
Good.
also another thing came up throughout this process that I always knew it, but now it's for sure that I'm really, very much in need to regain a little bit of connection to the earth, if you want to call it. So I really want to help to restore the earth and to make, the planet a better place to live on again.
Yeah.
So that has always been in my mind and always wanted to do something about it. And I kind of bumped into different organizations. When you do your research, you find different things. And one organization I'm with now is called Ecosystem Restoration Camps, and they're basically setting up camps across the world to help restore broken land that has been broken from agriculture and all these different uses, right? So I'm starting an online course with them very soon, and different other online courses that I'm doing to really, I love chiropractic and I love to work as a chiropractor, but I feel like there's something else that I need to do to help the planet, basically. And that is something that came up only because of this time as well. So yeah, that's,
well, I definitely think we can all agree that the stopping of society has definitely allowed nature to bloom,
exactly.
and we can see how beautiful it actually is.
Yeah. And I'm sure I'm not the only one who starts thinking about this stuff, right? It's everyone starting to make their own little gardens and that kind of stuff. But I was already very interested in this concept of permaculture and all of that for a long period of time. So I was actually on my travels, I was planning to stay in India for a while in this permaculture place and to stay in different farms where I could learn more about this. And now I'm kind of thrown into it and learn it in theory instead of in practice.
Yeah, well, let's see. Well, good on you, Julia, because that's it. We don't know where it's going to go, do we? So
nobody does. No.
Well, thank you so much for chatting to us on the Chiro Chats group,
you.
and we wish you all the best of luck. And let's see where you are in a year's time.
Yeah,
maybe in Barcelona. I don't know.
Who knows? Yeah.
Who knows?
Thank you so much for setting up this group. It's really amazing. I've been enjoying it a lot. Yeah.
Thanks. See you, Julia.
Yeah. Bye.
Bye.